Hey everyone, it's Annie here. It's been a while since I did one of these shoutouts and as well as informing everyone not whether, but what's going to come out on Patreon. So I thought I'd give you all a little update so you know what's currently going on Patreon. So yeah, without further ado, I'm just going to go into the shoutouts. A lot of things have come up, a lot of things has changed. There's going to be a lot of huge things I'm going to be uploading tonight. It might even catch you off guard, but hey, stick around and hopefully you enjoy the reactions. But anyway, let's just get into the shout-out. So for Patreon number 1, I want to thank is Kendan. Kendan, appreciate you joining the Patreon, as well as Michelle 747, Kaiser Sani, Snookies 13, Crix, think that's how you say it, Loosmal, D Master XD, Pastel, Christopher Wagner, and numerous courting. Again, I apologize, I'm horrible with names. It is what it is. NC, and last but not least, Cody Fox. They appreciate you all for sticking around in the Patreon. So yeah, make sure to look forward to more episodes basically new information of what's going to come out on Patreon. If you just look over to one corner of the screen, I can't tell, I'll know once I upload it, but if you look at one corner of the screen, you'll know everything of what's coming soon, what's currently going on, and yeah. Hopefully you all have more members later on or sooner than later. But other than that, thank you all for supporting me. Thank you all for sticking around. You guys are amazing. You guys are the real ones. And I look forward to seeing more people join this community. Again, I will say this right now. You have a choice of joining the Patreon or not. You don't have to. It's fine. But if you do, look forward to a lot of stuff, as well as new stuff that I'll be adding over here on my YouTube channel. We already have Manga Monday, which is kind of a surprise, and for most people that are on my Patreon, you would know, but yeah. But other than that, thank you so much for your attention, and I'll see you guys all in the review. Yeah, see you guys there. What up, guys? Annie Tier Guild Forever, going to be reviewing, I was about to say reviewing Solo Leveling chapters 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. So we did 5 chapters this time. I only wanted to cover the initial chapters that I read. I'm not gonna lie to you, these were some pretty good. Basically, we got everything related to the dungeon when he was inside to more or less the conclusion. It was tougher than he thought, but I will admit he got luckily saved thanks to the penalty. You know, if you guys read, it was the penalty for not completing his daily quest, which was ultimately saved his ass. If it wasn't for that, his head probably would have been chopped off by that dang knight. But still, he got a lot of rewards. He did get a lot of benefits here and there. The thing that sucks is he did lost his transportation stone. But yeah, he clearly isn't ready for he's not ready for the S-class dungeon that he got a little while ago, and he still ain't ready for this job change because the difficulty is too great. He still needs he still didn't even went through, like, first of all, when he fought that Knight Ingress, that wasn't even the penalty. That wasn't even the job change quest. That was just like the prerequisite, or just pretty much like the warm-up. He didn't even get through what he needed to do. So it's like, if this is how tough it is for the prerequisite, how is he gonna do it for like when the real test happens? So yeah, he needs a bit more training. But still, I feel like he got a hell of a lot stronger after beating Ingress. He got a lot of money. Not to mention, he got a new rune stone, which we don't know what it does yet, and a helmet that boosts his damage reduction as well as his defense, and what is something else I forgot. But now he knows that he's going to add all his points into his intelligence, his intelligence stats. That way he'll be able to handle that job change the next time he goes. But yeah, he should add everything into intelligence. That way he can plan out things a lot better. So to think, it was still dope though. I really did enjoy these few chapters for what it's worth. I was pretty much just finishing off the dungeon and then seeing him get saved in the end of the day. But I will admit, what caught me off guard is when I saw that his basically previous version of his old self. But here's the thing. I'm going on a limb and say that was not his past self talking to him. I mean, visually it did look like it, but that wasn't him. That was the system getting into his head and messing with him. I'm not 100% certain on that. I'm just guessing. But I mean, it's still good character development wise if that was, him. It's a way to develop character. But if that wasn't him, I believe it, because I feel like it was just the system talking to him, but using an image of him, of his former self, to make it more believable that it's him talking to himself and not the system trying to sneak its way in, as well as making it more easier to communicate with him, or finding some kind of medium to communicate between the player and the system itself without directly saying, hey, I'm the system talking to you. So that's what my current belief on it is. I feel like it was the system talking to him, trying to tell him, like, look, you need to get better. Like, you're still weak. You're not exactly where you want to be at yet. You haven't truly tasted real strength yet. You're only in the beginner phases of it. But because the system doesn't want you to die, assuming that wasn't the system that was talking to him earlier, it'd be a waste to see him die, and that's true. It would be a waste to see him die there. After all the training, all the progress he's made, everything he's done, it would be a massive waste for not just for Jinwo, but on the system's end too, to just let him die to a job change quest. So that's why they activated the job penalty in order to save his ass, and thank goodness he was saved, because if it wasn't for the system, again, he would have died. But hey, all things happen for a reason, as they say. And this time, Reason believed that it wasn't Jinwo's time to die yet. He still had things to do. He still had other things that he needed to accomplish. But my question is, I feel like the system is preparing Jinwo for something big. The problem is, I don't know what it is. I'm assuming anyway. I mean, they did say this when he got the powers and he was reawakened, he was classified as a player. Now, what does that mean? A player for what? The system? What is the system trying to get him to do? Be a player for what? And what is the end goal of all of this? Is it just for Jinwo to taste real strength? Is that the point? Like, I'm not entirely sure what the system has in store for him, because I feel like everything that's going, it can't, like, all these dungeons and making him stronger, doing this and that, it can't be all just because. It has to be because the system is preparing him for something. But the question is, what is it preparing him for? And I'm assuming it has to do with the double dungeon and that giant godlike statue with the creepy grin. But whatever it is, I look forward to the time when Jinwo needs to step up, do whatever it is he has to do, and once he does, he'll be ready. He'll kick ass, and I look forward to it. But once again, only time will tell. But I guess like I'm not in no hurry because I'm loving the development of his character. But I will admit I am worried because his other self was talking to him almost like foreshadowing that later on he'll be killing more people and he'll be sacrificing his friends and family. In order for what? For strength? That's There's no way his other self would tell him this. There's no way. I do not believe his previous version of himself would tell him this. I feel like it really is the system playing him, and if it is, it's gonna corrupt him, and then it's gonna turn him into like the perfect player, but with no ties to anyone. And that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about Jinwo, and I'm worried about what the system is doing. But we'll see as we get further down along the lines in this show. But in the meantime, I am enjoying how this show is developing. I am enjoying how things are moving along. All I have to do is just wait and see to what happens. Peace. I'm out.